Hi, boys and girls. So I understand that we're doing a project on backyard birds. And the first bird that we're working with is the black-capped chickadee. That's one of my favorite birds. I've got a bunch of them in my backyard. Okay, so I want to talk to you about how to draw a bird. So basically, birds are made up of just a couple different shapes. Circle, oval, a teardrop, and some triangles. So typically I like to draw from what I see. I want to look at what I'm drawing, but it's kind of hard to do that with a bird because if you're drawing a bird in your backyard and then all of a sudden it flutters away, it makes it a little bit hard. So let's get started. Remember I said basic shape, circle, oval, triangles, and a teardrop. Did I say teardrop? Teardrop. Okay, so let's look at the black-capped chickadee. Now, they're pretty small. They're about that big. I'm going to start with the body, which will give it an oval shape. Sometimes they look kind of fat. Sometimes they look kind of long and skinny. This one's going to be a little chunky. So there's his body, and now little circle up here for his head. And then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to just trace around the outside. I'm not going to go all the way into there. I'm going to go up and over, and then the same thing over here. Connect it with a straight line there. Curved line rather. Now I'm going to use the triangle, put a triangle right here, or part of it. And then another little triangle. The chickadees have a very short, small little beak. And now I'm going to erase this line right here. Actually, that's a good line to keep, but I'll talk about that in a second. Now let's do our teardrop. We'll do a little teardrop. And I can erase that line. Now, the black-capped chickadee is named black-capped because he has a black cap. And see his beak right there? That's pretty much where his black cap starts. And it comes over down his back. And then underneath his chin, underneath his beak, there's another section of black, a little triangle, just like that. Okay. Oh, and his eyeball is right there. And then his legs kind of start right at the bottom of the oval, and they come out on an angle. Most birds are very similar to this. Okay, so now I want to talk to you about color. This is a perfect project to teach value. I know we've talked about value before. Remember, value are the shades between the lightest of light white and the darkest of dark black. And what's in between those? Gray. So if we were to create a value scale, remember value scales are, it's like a little scale, like a little ruler. And it goes from the lightest of lights, white, and you don't necessarily have to do white if you're working on a white piece of paper, to the darkest of darks, black. And in between would be a light gray, a medium gray, and a darker gray. You can make gray by mixing black and white. It's kind of hard with pencils. It's doable. It's better to just, oh yeah, that actually works pretty good. You can vary the pressure. So if I wanted to go really, really dark, I would press really, really hard. If I wanted to go really, really light, I would press really, really light. And if I wanted to go a little bit darker, I'd press a little bit harder. And then a little bit harder here. You see how it goes from light gray, medium gray, dark gray, black. So this particular bird is white, gray, and black. If you're working on white paper, you don't necessarily need to use a white pencil. But I'm going to just kind of fill it in there. I don't even know if you can see that. Well, I'm using pencil, but we can also use crayon. Now his head right there has a little bit of white in there. Okay, black. His little black, he has a black beak. Well, kind of a dark gray beak, but this is very black right here. That little triangle on his black cap is dark black, the darkest of dark black on your value scale. And then his wing is gray. So you can either use a gray pencil or you can use a black pencil and go very light. Very light. And there's sometimes a darker tip. Sometimes there are black lines like that. And then also his tail is a little gray with sometimes a darker black on the bottom. All right, so does that make sense? Let's say you were using crayon. I'm going to do another one. I'll do another bird. How about I make this guy in a different direction? All right, so I'm going to, and I'll have him facing this way. Give him a big round tummy. So there's his oval. And here is his head. His tail's going to have to cross over this guy. That's okay. And here is teardrop for his wing. And now I'm going to trace around the outside. I'm not going to come down where it connects. I'm going to jump over to the other side. Jump over to the top of his head. And then down like that. Give him his little beak. Cute little beak. And how about his black cap? And his little black throat. Oh yeah, I'm doing that because I wanted to use crayon. All right, crayon box, come on over here. Let's see if I have black. Please have black. Please have black. Otherwise I will have to use, I will have to use oil pastel, which is good because I want to show you how to blend. So I am going to use the white. First, let me erase some of these lines that I don't need. Okay, going to make his tummy white and his face white. Okay, and I'll just very lightly go over his wing and his tail with white. And now with the black, give his black cap, fill it in, his little black throat, little black beak, and now his wing, I'm going to blend with white to make gray, because white and black make gray, and white, gray, and black are values on the value scale. I like my little bird. I like him. What do you think? Yeah. So, here you go. I'm loving it. He's missing his little eyeball, which you can't really see because his eyeball is actually in the black part of him. So you can't really see it. But he does need some legs. Okay, so I hope that helps you, and I can't wait to see your birds. See you soon. Bye.